What's going on, guys? It's your boy Rico for Zim-Ko Boxing News. Please like and subscribe. Drop a like on the video. Let's get into it. So my guy Chris Eubank Jr. Defeats Marcus Morrison in a 10-rounder over the weekend. Now, for me, vast improvement. Absolutely a vast improvement. I think Chris Eubank showed me a lot of things that in his previous fights he just didn't. I thought, and I'll be honest with you, actually, I thought maybe he was just limited, because prior to this he had no good foot movement. He was just trying to get stuck in, just brawling like with every single fight. You could see in the Groves fight he was just outclassed by the movement. Groves had one arm by the end of the fight, but even with that, he had done enough. For me, watching this fight, I was happy. I was happy with Eubank's performance, because he showed me different things, and fair play to Marcus Morrison, because he's not a mug. Definitely not a mug. His record doesn't exactly reflect great things, as a fighter for him. But for me, he didn't come in there just to get stopped. He didn't come in there just to, let Chris walk all over him. But, the things that Chris showed me, he showed me great movement. Okay, he was a little bit open with his stance, but he got 6 jabs off, stepped into those jabs, and pushed Marcus Morrison back with him. I think the things that Roy is showing him, he's actually learning. Because the one thing about Chris Eubank, he's even said it himself. He's said, why should I have to listen to a trainer or somebody that hasn't exactly done it themselves in the ring? Obviously, that is, I don't even know where you can get off saying that with any type of sport, because you've got just because somebody's a great fighter doesn't necessarily make them a great trainer. But Roy Jones Jr., the way that he analyzes the game, and Roy Jones is one of my favorite fighters from the 90s. Definitely GOAT status, greatest of all time status, 100%. That man, he defended his light heavy title, went up to beat Ruiz, came back down and defended it. Roy's done it. And I think that basically what Eubank was saying was that he needed somebody who's done it themselves, so that he can actually fully absorb what they're teaching him. And for me, that fight for me was one of the best things that can happen to Eubank, because it shows that he's actually listening. He got caught. Don't get me wrong, Eubank got caught a couple of times, just sweet, clean shots. Obviously, Eubank's chin is more or less made of vibranium at this point, but he showed, as I said, he showed a lot of great movement. He got a lot of great shots off. I think he could have stopped the fight at any time. There was that aura in the fight. I think even from the second round, he could have 100% finished it. And if you actually saw Marcus Morrison's face and demeanor after the fight, Eubank done a bit of a job on him. But he needed those rounds. He was out for almost 2 years, and he done a round. The last guy that he fought for that WBA interim title, I think he threw one punch and dislocated his shoulder or something to that effect. I can't even remember. But you know what? I think this is a great stepping stone fight for Chris Eubank. I know that he's eyeing the other champions. I know he wants Golovkin and he wants Murata. Lord knows what Golovkin's doing at the minute. Getting to his age, you kind of expect more urgency for the big fights. But, I think it is what it is. I'm impressed with Eubank. You got amazing shots off, great movement, great head movement. Trying a couple of different things, working on a couple of different things. And, if he's able to do that, right, what I saw him do with Marcus Morrison, without leaving himself so open to get those clean shots off, because at the higher level, especially if he's fighting somebody like Andrade, who's very, very effective off the counter, I think if he polishes up, which I think he will, I think personally, I think Eubank can mix it up with the best. There was no bigger critic of this man than me, because he acts like he's beat people. You know, what annoys me about Chris Eubank is that he speaks like he's attained world beater status, but every time he's stepped up at world status, he's been found out. And anybody with a bit of foot movement, prior obviously to the Roy remix, but anybody that fought him with good movement and a boxing IQ could have beat Chris Eubank at world and elite level. But you know, it is what it is. I'm quite impressed with that performance. I think he did receive too many clean shots for my liking, but at the end of the day, he's showed me he's teachable. You know, it was a teachable moment, especially for Roy and him to have their first fight together. I think Roy said, "With a body punches, champ, give me the body punch," straight there. You know, so. Now, good stuff from Eubank. I, for one, am looking forward to the fights that he's going to have now. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. Thank you guys for listening. Please like and subscribe. I'm out.